If you are a storm damage restoration contractor, public insurance adjuster, insured's side insurance appraiser, or insured's plaintiff's attorney, you need to hear this message on balancing the current P&C insurance industry narratives that suggest insurance fraud committed by insured policyholders and contractors is a much bigger problem than it actually is. As is repeatedly overstated by individuals employed by or related to the P&C insurance industry in one way or another, a very small minority of insured property owners and property damage restoration contractors have committed fraud against property and casualty insurance companies at one time or another. Little or nothing, however, is ever said about the massive multi-billion-dollar insurance claim fraud committed against insured policyholders by their multi-billion-dollar property and casualty insurance companies and their representatives every year. The following is an excerpted quote of what one 25-year experienced insured's plaintiff's attorney had to say about the problem. Insurance companies are not your friends. Despite the platitudes expressed by insurance companies in advertisements where they brand themselves the good hands people or a good neighbor, they have one and only one purpose: to make as much money as possible. The way insurance companies make money is simple: by paying either nothing or as little as possible on any claim. What is fair or right is of no consequence. To the average insured policyholder, particularly policyholders who have not had to file an insurance claim in the last 14 or so years, that statement may seem a bit harsh. But to policyholders who have had to file a storm damage insurance claim since about the year 2010, their P&C insurance companies have proved the attorney's statement to be mostly accurate. So what happened 14 years ago that allowed P&C insurance companies to make it harder than ever for insured policyholders to achieve fair and full payment on their legitimate claims? Without going into detail, around that time, P&C insurance was granted what was essentially legal license, which allowed them to delay, deny and defend against fair and full claim settlements indefinitely, thereby causing insureds with damage to suffer both financially and otherwise a second time. Not only has P&C insurance used that license to slow the claims process to a snail's pace, having become emboldened by that freedom, they have now more than ever come to believe that they are immune from being held accountable for actions that now repeatedly cross the line from simple bad faith to outright fraud. Up until about 6 years ago, there had never been an organization in existence that was committed to balancing the policyholders and contractors as fraudsters' narrative by combating and exposing the rampant and proven fraud that the P&C insurance industry had been getting away with for as long as property and casualty insurance has been around. However, in July of 2018, a new nonprofit consumer organization was formed by a group of experienced and well-versed insurance policyholder-side industry professionals who were determined to balance the narrative, set the record straight, and more importantly, fight back and hold the responsible parties from the P&C insurance industry side accountable. The name of that organization: the American Policyholder Association. What is the mission of the American Policyholder Association, whose membership is made up of insured policyholders, contractors, public insurance adjusters, insured's plaintiffs' attorneys, law enforcement agencies, and related others? The mission is to promote integrity, honesty, and best practices in the property loss adjustment sector of the insurance industry by holding accountable any and all individuals and/or organizations who might attempt to or do cause harm to insured policyholders from all across America. If you are one of the professionals mentioned, the American Policyholder Association invites you to join one of the most powerful and rapidly growing insurance consumer advocacy groups in America to help us fight back against fraud committed against innocent insured policyholders by their property and casualty insurance companies and become a part of property damage restoration industry history in the making. To learn more and learn how to join, click on the live link above.